Hi there. Hi there, guys. Can you see me? No. I don't know. Okay. Check me on the side. As promised. Hi, guys. As promised. I'm going to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what I do once every order that goes out. When I'm doing stuff like I did this morning, I'm doing like a bit of a product shooting. And I'm a keen photographer, so and I have done all my courses, and I've been doing photography since I was I don't know, about 8, 9, 10 years old. So I've been doing it. It's one of my passions. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to do behind the scenes with the cupcakes that I'm doing. I'm going to do some product shooting. So I'm going to move everything around so you can see. Basically, I have my laptop sitting over there with my lighting, and we've got really awesome lighting now in our house. So I'm just going to position stuff so that you can see nicely. And then, yeah, I'm going to set up so that I can take some awesome, amazing pictures. So I'm actually going to move this key light because I want to use it to give me extra lighting in the direction that I want it. I'm just going to move it around. It's also getting stuck by my laptop. I'm just moving it a little bit further this way. The reason why I'm moving it is because I'm going to go in that direction. I'm shooting in that direction. I'm going to create a backdrop. So, can you see me? I'm busy maneuvering things around here. Oh, maneuvering things around. So, I'm just going to move my light, my key light down into an angle I want it to go, and switch it on. Okay, you don't actually see it, but it does make a big difference, and I can change the setting on my laptop. I'm just going to move my laptop across because I don't actually need my laptop besides the fact that I'm recording from my laptop. And then I'm just going to move some wires around so that you're not in the mode of, you're not really going to see too much. Oh, I've cleaned up actually. So one of the things I'm going to do, I'll just show you over here so that a little bit of a more of an angle here. So I've got we're going to product shoot my coconut chocolate cupcake and the lemon meringue and the red velvet. So one of the ideas that I thought I'd do is I'm going to have some chocolate shavings and some bits and pieces of chocolate on this nice board, and then I'm going to add, so I'm just like doing a few shavings here just to give it some oomph because it's all about chocolate. And then we'll just position it. Product photography is definitely something else, and to portraiture, which is what I actually do, is portraiture photography. But with my own cakes and stuff, I clearly do product photography too. So, and then I'm going to do I'm actually going to get a cupcake, and then I need to put a backdrop, and I'm trying to decide actually whether or not I should what am I thinking now? I don't know. Okay, I want to use 2 of my best cupcakes. So we're going to put the 2 like that. I'm only going to do 2. I'm not going to shoot all 4. So kind of position it like that. I don't know if I'm trying to decide if putting a brown backdrop might be too much brown going on. and then I won't see. So that's the coconut shavings. My chocolate, the two are going to meet ever so nicely together. So then I'm going to, so that's my kind of how I want it. I'm just going to use my empty dustbin, and I'm going to put a super heavy piece of mortar inside there to weigh it down, and you'll see why soon. Because I'm using actually, I think I've got a better idea what to do. So I'm going to use that as my backdrop. So that's why I have the heaviness, so I can position that so it doesn't fall over. Right, then I think what I'm going to do, just a bit of a opposite. So I'm going to use, although I don't need to do it on here, but I'll just do it on here anyway. I'm going to put the tablecloth. I'm actually going to, I think the light background with the chocolate is going to be much better. And then I'm going to put tablecloth on here. Just give it that nice soft feeling. Cover the join. And so I kind of did think about how I sort of wanted everything beforehand, so that I could buy chocolates, you know, but a lot of the time things don't work out until you actually do it. And then you realize, no, it doesn't really work. So I thought that would be quite nice, is to have it on a chopping board. I actually just want to see if I can change. I'm going to change the intensity of my key light over here, because I kind of want I can't pick it up. So my key light connects to my laptop via the Wi-Fi. And for me to be able to adjust how bright it is and how low light or warm light or cold light, I can control it from my laptop, usually. But I think I accidentally reset it this morning. So it's not picking anything up, which is fantastic. So now, oh man, my husband set it up for me. And I say no. No accessories found. Why? Although I do think it's okay. I just wanted that little bit of extra light coming from the one side. So let's have a look. Oh, that happened. Okay. Let's just tighten everything so it doesn't run over. No, it's still not picking up. I don't know how to make it pick it up. Okay. I thought if I can get it to. So I don't need to use studio lights or anything like that because we've added lights into our house, which gives us the most amazing light. I'm just going to change over to daylight settings because I have daylight light bulbs in the house. And then let's move you over so you can see what I am doing. Put some cables behind the camera. So I think what I'm going to do is up the shutter speed to 40, and I'm going to lower the aperture. Okay, so and I actually really just want to be in this doesn't need to be actually so close. I'm going to move it a little bit towards me rather, so that okay, so I'm just going to reduce it a bit. And just so like the browns and the different shades and the whites. It's too much. So basically what I'm doing now is I'm just adjusting the aperture levels and stuff like that so that I can get a better shot. It is seeming really warm, but it's really nice. It's really pretty. I want to do a landscape bit, more because so that I have something for a cover photo. See now, so with things like cupcakes and stuff, I like to be able to take from above kind of thing, or at like another kind of angle. So that it's because obviously everything is about on top of the cupcake, not on the side of the cupcake like a cake. Let's see. And I like to take photos pretty much as how I want them to be. I don't want to spend my life in post-production. I don't have enough time for that. For me, even video recording, I find can be seriously. I actually wanted to just check if I change the light. Am I going to do it? Oh, no, that looks sick. I thought if I changed it to an incandescent light, let's see, or different white balance. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's try that one a bit. That looks lovely, actually. So obviously also for my website, I have everything in portraiture. So, and it's a standard. So I'll take it in portraiture too. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's coming up nicely. Let's change that. Let me get even closer so that we have more of a close-up than a. So everything else is just around. No, that's lovely. I like that very much so. Okay, so let's just take it a little bit from a different angle. Always nice to get different angles. And then I can't see what I'm doing from here, so I'll wing it. And I'll get a nice, I'll get a fairly nice angle. The problem is at this angle, I'm getting the shadow of my hand, which I can actually cut out, so that's not a problem. And I'm just using my hand like a tripod. But it's focusing on the wrong cupcake. That's more like it. Lovely, lovely. Actually, I'm super stoked about that. That's come out really, really nice. Just over a different angle kind of thing. I'm gonna go with this. My cupcake papers haven't come out as nice as I thought they would. Which was disappointing. Because I picked some really pretty ones in the hopes of having a much nicer, you know, pretty, maybe that's what I should do. Just, you know, because, you know, they're cute cupcakes, but cupcake papers. And now you can't really see them with the chocolate. Just trying to, you can see it nicely with the lemon meringue, but not so much with this one. Okay, so let's see if that will work nicely, just so that we can. The only problem with that is that it looks like the cupcake paper is falling off, which is not ideal. So it's better to just go with what I have, and I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to deal. Okay, I think I've got enough shots here. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to move on to my next thing. I'm going to put these back in the tub. So I'm going to, my next thing is going to be the lemon meringue. And I'm going to do the lemon meringue Chocoholic. So with the lemon meringue, I actually want sorry, I'm just checking the dog. I actually want this as my base. So I'm going to swap these around. I'm actually loving, we actually want to clean these up and do different textures on them. And we can actually do one texture on one side, something on it on the other side, so that I can actually have like 4 different drops, which will be really awesome. But this will work for now until I get a chance to actually sandpaper this down. Might just do it this weekend, since it's a long weekend. Okay, so now what I'm going to do. So this is just a tablecloth of mine. I do have which I use as tablecloths as well, but I specifically bought the material as backdrops for my photography. So I'm going to do the opposite now because I'm going to use the brown backdrop because I think with the yellow and the lemon meringue, it's going to look really nice. And that's going to, and I kind of want it to look like a curtain falling down. So I'm going to do it more this side. Like that. So just so that it drapes a bit. I don't mind it. And obviously I'm not going to be focusing on this, but it just makes it nice in the background. Okay. So I'm going to do two different things with my lemon meringue. And that I'm going to do one with the, I'm going to make sure that this is clean before I do that. I have, you know, wiped them, you know, cleaned and wiped these down. That's just to be sure, What is wrong? So I'm actually going to put this down with the lemons, and I'm actually going to do two different layouts with this. And this, for this one, I'm only going to use one lemon meringue cupcake. And I'm going to use the same aperture as I've just used with the chocolate, because yeah, the lighting's right. So I just want to check. So now, because this is lighter, it's definitely coming out a little too light. Okay, so that looks good. Looks amazing. Sometimes it looks amazing on my screen, and then when I look, oh, that looks really cool. I do want to do it more of an offset, so like have lemons, you know, let it be like from lemons to lemon cake. And then obviously so what I like to do is try and take a few landscape pictures so that I've got something for my Facebook cover, that kind of thing. Because if it's in portraiture, I can't use it. So yeah, I could easily take, you know, 300 photographs, 100 to 100, you know, 150 to 300 photographs without, honestly, without a problem. So I'm going to get a little bit closer here. Oh, that's lovely. Lovely, lovely. Just want to try and get a little higher up and closer. So the reason I'm so close is because of this lens. I need to be really close. I can't zoom anymore. So it's the lens that I have. One day I'll convince my husband to get me a different one. One that's sort of in between. I really do like that. It looks really, really lovely. You know, the lemons becoming lemon meringues. So then I'm going to just do one other one that has two cupcakes, and I'm going to scatter. That's why I wanted to why I wanted the board to be clean. Is because I'm going to scatter the food. And again, I'll use 2 cupcakes because, you know, they're friends and that will need a friend. So just, and I'll turn some of it into crumbs. So it can be quite messy, very easy. I might just do one on its own as well. Let's just do 2 at the moment. Some more crumbs rather. Okay. Put some meringue. It looks like white powder at the moment. Do 3 there. So let's see if we can get a nice landscape. Okay. So actually at this point, because I've moved far away from the backdrop, I can just about see the backdrop. It's not really in the picture. Again, landscape, try and get different angles. Actually, what I might just do, so I'm going to focus on the back one so that the front one is actually not in focus. So I might go in a little bit closer. And I like to take really some, you know, get some really good shots of the lemon meringue because it is my, I like to say that this is my signature cake. Let's see if we can do that again. Okay. I just want to have a look at it with the daylight, see if that changes what the color looks like. It might be too warm, which it is. It's quite yellow, it's quite warm. And actually at the end of the day, I'll probably end up toning it down as opposed to what I've just taken with the, I'm using the fluorescent lighting. Strangely enough, even though it does look lovely though, because of the yellow, it's nice and warm. I'm not using daylight because I have daylight lights. Ideally, you would be in front of a window. It's how I used to take, but I don't. This is my kitchen table. Is probably one of the most amazing places to be able to take photos. So, like this. So, Unfortunately, I don't have the natural light here to be able to do that. So I'm pretty happy with what I've done there. So we're going to do one more, which is, oh, I wanted to take it with just the one. Before I start, do that. Before I move on to the next thing, we'll just take a one. Like that. One lonely individual. I'm going to change back the white balance. I think the white balance looks so much better with the fluorescent. The color looks really amazing. And if I don't have to fiddle too much, post-production will be super helpful. Oh, that looks so good. Super happy with this. I think. Oh, loving this new lighting that we have. I really am. So amazing. Okay. Normally I have to fiddle quite a lot with lighting and stuff like that, and this is just working out really, really, really nicely. So I'm basically going to do very much of a similar kind of thing with the next one, the last one. I only have one more to do. But I'm going to leave the brown backdrop because the way I'm doing it, I'm not really getting the backdrop in. I'm just doing a recording of the photography, like we said. I've got one more to do and then I'm done. Because I don't know how long it was going to be. I didn't want to take it today. Fine, this is fun. This will work.
Oh yeah, you live streaming it anyway.
No, I'm not live streaming it.
No, but you're gonna
I'm going to. Well, I don't. Yeah, I can live stream it on Friday.
throw it up on the.
Yeah. Well, like I have to cut it because I'll have to cut it and yeah, I was really cold.
What? Your rubbish dog? Your rubbish dog?
I was really cold when I took Rebecca. And yeah. There we go.
Okay. So like a few things where don't like I haven't been working in ages, so
In
ages, so I never wanted to. I was like, okay, go impression and prepare for this. It seems to be very much geared towards a technical pre-sales consultant.
Okay.
Fine with it.
If you want, yeah, those ones you can have. Nice with the camera.
Yeah.
Coming out so nicely. I don't even have to. I don't think I'm going to have to do much post production on. So I'll be back.
Well, that's what I wanted to get one where it records in log like that. No.
So we use anything we can, right? And for red velvet, I think red velvet is what's supposed to be decadent and lush. And so I have this pretty dress that has some bling. So I wanted to, I thought I could use it. The color's beautiful. and maybe I should turn it around so that the zipper is not it's not. Out you go.
Oh.
Out.
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 Okay, so I just want to try and get this so that it's yes, I'm gonna have to wash the dress when I'm done. Obviously. Because you know, you're gonna have cake and stuff around it and whatnot. But I just want to use it. I don't have red velvet, which I thought would be quite nice, but this has got some nice bling. And you know, the red velvet cupcake doesn't have any kind of extra accessories. You know, the chocolate coconut had the chocolate and the coconut. The lemon meringue has, you know, tennis biscuits and meringues and, you know, that kind of thing. Whereas the red velvet, what it does have is it has beetroot, and I'm not going to photograph beetroot. So I'm gonna go with something that's pretty rather than you know, I definitely don't want to photograph beetroot somewhere there. So we'll just position the cupcake like that kind of thing. Now maybe I need to come a little closer so that I'm not leaning in. I'm just going to move it a little bit towards me rather. Just hiding any zips or things like that. Don't really want that in that picture. I'm really going for like the bling bling bit more than anything. And then you can just, I mean, if I do it really nicely, I shouldn't need to. There we go. Something to that effect. We'll see how it comes out. I'm sure it'll come out quite nicely. Because, you know, red velvet gives you that idea that it's sure, that's amazing. So because it's darker, everything else is darker. Sure, okay. What I need to do is kind of just get that right. And it's spot on actually. So let's just see. Sure. Okay, so what it does is it kind of the sparkles are kind of catching the lights and stuff. It is different. Let's try and take it from a higher angle. More from the top rather than from the bottom and side. What I am worried about is just see if daylight changes it. Oh, that looks amazing. So now just that alone has totally changed. Oh, that definitely looks better. Just have a look at that. it's coming out quite dark. So the thing is, what's around it is quite dark because that's very bright. What I possibly need to do is maybe lift the one in the background a little bit. So I'm just going to lift it a bit. Sure if that's actually interfering with things. You can't actually, it's not in the photograph, but it well, sort of is. Oh, that looks lovely and rich. So move it down one more. I'm going to be careful because my shadow is getting in there. I'm just trying to make sure that it's because I'm feeling a bit like I'm not that steady. And this is taking really, really high, as in high res. So I'm just taking it at different at different speed settings. We change the lighting a bit and the color. That does look nice though. I'm quite happy with this. Little incandescent. See. Oh goodness, no, definitely not incandescent. So. And the let's see, that might work as well. Let's just take some. I'm going to take a couple of shots just with the different white balance because I think that might work as well. And then just taking it at different shutter speeds. Just so that I can have different variation. Yeah, because obviously once I look on the computer, it's also, I find it does look different to my LCD screen on here. Which I wish I wouldn't, but it does. Let's go the other way. So what's happening is obviously because there's a lot of contrasting of dark and light. It's very contrasting. So either I'm gonna underexposed or overexposed. I'm just trying to find one that's got the happy medium. What does happen is that on this white balance that I'm on, I'm losing the color of this, whereas on the daylight, this is being pulled out completely and you can actually see it and it's beautiful. So I will decide later, you know, if the darker, the better. But yeah, I think I've got enough photos to see where I'm at. I think. I'm just going to take one more like this. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with what I've done. And yeah, this is a quick one. So yeah, that was, well, 40 minutes with interruptions as usual. There's always interruptions. There are always interruptions, isn't there? Especially when you're doing it from home and there's kids and husbands and dogs and everybody. Anyway, so that's me, guys. With my pretty dress. Yeah, that's me done. And then have a fantastic weekend. I will post the photos once I've gone through them and I'm happy with them. And then yeah, and then you'll see the photos hopefully. But you probably definitely will see them soon as well, you know, it's cause and effect. It's for the end of August, so yeah. So probably see it soon. You know. Have a fantastic weekend and I'll see you next weekend. Stay safe.